me from the start. By the way you said, the way you wrote upon me, yeah. And I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals crossed, and now we're all completely different. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there. Don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up. We should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus. Don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you take me on a trip. Always up and down and back and forth, this merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right. But when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Let's go where we were, when no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it running, don't just stress it slow. You're trying to fix the stage, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. If you love me just like you say you do, don't kill the good vibes. If you kill them, you're gonna kill us too. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe.
That was perfect timing. And there we go, the light is getting better. Let me also quickly get us set up on the Facebook Live. Welcome, Sally. Just setting up the Facebook Live. The music stopped, perfect timing. Just when the music stopped, it was exactly 7:30. Hey, how is everybody today? I think we are also live streaming. Perfect. Hope everybody is doing well today. Everybody's a little bit busy and...
All good, Menno. Although my internet is so poor.
Oh dear. But I can still hear you okay, so that is still a positive, I suppose.
Yeah. Sometimes it you know, intermittent. So I hope that will not be as bad as this morning.
I have some wood in front of me, so I'm knocking on wood and I've got my fingers crossed and everything will be okay, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I think Mary Lou was just saying that she was just about to jump on. And otherwise, how are you, Sally?
I am good. I am good. I am stalking in the background. I didn't get a chance to do my home play. I couldn't find the video follow along to set up the account.
I'm sure the girls can send that through to you again if
That
need
would be
be.
awesome. Thank
And
you,
we'll
ladies.
probably be doing it from my phone today. And I always get a little bit nervous on day 3 because I have to hook up my phone and do the Zoom from my phone and make sure that I set it all up correctly. And yes, but we always get there in the end, so it's all good.
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yay! It is great having you here. Where are you right now? Because it sounds like you were walking before, but you're probably in the office with background sounds.
I am in the office now. I'm back in the office doing things, but I'm also in my dressing gown. So, but I'm here. I'm here.
Usually I say if you don't say anything, nobody would have known. If you wouldn't have turned your camera on, nobody would have known. But it doesn't.
That's okay. I like when people actually turn the camera on and say hi. That's why I always try to turn it on and say hi. Al natural.
I always turn my camera on too. Otherwise, it'd be a bit awkward.
I know, it feels better, doesn't it? But I'm going to be walking around with you in my ears in a minute. I'll get my steps up while I'm learning.
I didn't know I was Ant-Man and that small.
Yeah, that's what I do, right? I love it. Well, that's how I tend to walk while I'm learning, and I get my steps up all at the same time. So bring it on, Menno.
And I see that you also got your hair done again.
Oh, I dyed it this afternoon. Yes, I was actually about just the front, I was actually just in the middle of putting a reel up while I was chatting with you, about the before.
Aha.
There you go.
I did manage to see that correctly.
Awesome. You're a man who knows this stuff, and especially when you compliment when a lady's done their hair. Good job. Good job.
Absolutely. Have to keep on top of these things. Have to pay attention.
Oh, thank you, Ethel. Thank you, Mary Lou. You're both gorgeous.
So I think it's already been a few minutes since we've officially started. Shall we turn on the slideshow and get started? And if anybody else joins, they'll be able to join us, and we can catch them up if need be. So let's have a look. I think the link's been sent, and then it was all about the hair, which was good. Okay, let's start sharing the screen. So for those of you on Facebook Live, you can come and join us, and my team will send through the link so that if you want to join us here on this side on the Zoom rather than only on the Facebook Live, you can do that, and then you can participate and share your thoughts and ideas. And for some reason, we've gone to the Facebook Live. There we go. We want to go to the presentation. That's more like it. The page just and then we'll turn it off. So welcome back, everybody. This is day 3. I'm really excited, and day 3 makes me a little bit nervous because I have to do some demonstrations on the phone and make sure that I've got the Zoom working on the phone and all of those fun things. But that is all a part of it. It's all good. So let's get started, and let's get started with our recap. So day 1, we had a look at what Forex is and why Forex can be a really amazing investment to be in. And we talked about the need for speed, the need for financial speed, which is really important. On day 2, we talked about stop losing money in Forex. We talked about the biggest mistakes that people make in Forex. And we also spoke about why the need for speed is so important. We had a look at 2 different scenarios with the same amount of money, with more time and less time, so that if you are getting a little bit older and you feel that there is not that much time to be able to make the money that you want to make and live the amazing lifestyle that you want to live, then there is still a way by increasing your return. And we saw that somebody who has 20 years can get the same result as somebody that only has 5 years if they get a return that is a little bit better. And today is day 3. I feel a little bit deja vu because the recap says day 2 again. Today, we're going to be talking on day 3 about unleash the secret to creating profitable Forex algorithms. I'm excited. Hopefully, you're excited. Let's get into it today. So very quickly, Forex can be an amazing opportunity. And we spoke about yesterday as well. It has to be the right one for you. It has to be something that you are engaged with and interested in, because then you're going to start achieving success is the word that I am looking for. And we were talking about increasing speed, because the more return you get, the faster you're going to be able to achieve the results that you want. And obviously, nobody wants to wait forever. We all want to get everything as quickly as possible, but doing it the safe way and not going crazy, obviously. And then, yes, we spoke about higher returns for late starters, gives you the opportunity to be able to make money more quickly. And it's also really good for people who are super ambitious. But it's important to remember that with things that can make you a lot of money very quickly, that you can also lose a lot of money very quickly. So yesterday we went through the disclaimer that we're not financial advisors, and that it is really important to get your own advice and do your own research and understand what is going on, because that is something that you also have to keep in mind. But we want to make sure that we're doing the right things so that we can make a lot of money and not focus too much on losing a lot of money. Now, I'm going to tell you a very quick story, and this is something that relates back to Forex, I promise. When I was at school, I loved maths, but I was always at the bottom of the top class. I always made it to the top class, but I was always at the bottom of the top class. And there was something that I wanted to be able to learn apart from what we were learning at school, because I felt that that was too easy and I was already able to do that. And when I was in year 7, I was already doing year 9 maths, because I got some tutoring and I asked when I finished my homework if I could do some extra things. They taught me some year 9 maths. And so I already knew a lot by the time I got to the classes. And I wanted to challenge myself and learn something a little bit different. I wanted to learn how to multiply 2-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers. So I wanted to say, for example, be able to calculate 25 by 23 without having to write it all down and be able to do it in my head. And so I sat down and I looked at different ways of being able to do that. And I did calculation after calculation, day after day after day, for months and years, until I almost found a method. But then I decided I still hadn't really found the method for what I wanted to do. Now, the lesson in this is twofold. One is that if you are going to learn something new, you want to be able to delve really deep into it like I did. I wanted to see whether digital roots, which is a mathematical way of calculating things, was going to help me. I had a look at cross multiplication. I had a look at diagonal and straight multiplication. I had a look at different other techniques. Every time I learned something new at school with regards to mathematics, I saw whether I could apply it somehow in order to be able to multiply two-digit numbers. And so that is one of the keys to success in absolutely anything. And the second part to this is what I'm going to share with you in just a moment. Very often, and yesterday we spoke about it as well, we are focused on seeing if we can do it all by ourselves. Yesterday I was talking about me wanting to draw stairs without any assistance. We need to be able to be surrounded by people and get some assistance. And in this case, technology came to my rescue. So let me show you, and I'm going to ask you in just a moment before I do that, I'm going to show you a video that is going to probably blow your mind. First of all, I want to ask everybody, do you think that you would be able to learn how to do 2 by 2-digit numbers and multiply them together relatively quickly in the next 5 minutes? And Sally just said hi to Jackie. I saw you popping in and was mid-presenting and didn't say hi yet, but hello, Jackie, as well, by the way. So feel free to let me know in the chat if you think that you'd be able to figure out how to do it in about 5 minutes, multiplying 2 by 2-digit numbers. And Sally says, sure, I would give it a crack. Anybody else want to share that as well? I'll wait for everybody if you want to put in the answer, and we'll just continue while we are doing that. So let's have a look. And Ethel says that she is poor at calculating, but let's use the video in order to be able to do this. And again, as I said, it's really important to understand that we can use technology, and there is information out there, and there are people who know the things that we want to know, and that it is so important, one, to be really super excited about something and to delve deeper and to be curious in order to understand how it all works. And then two, looking for the people that can surround us who will know, and the people who are going to be able to, or the technology that's going to be able to give us the answer as well. Okay, so we're going to quickly watch this video, and it will blow your mind, and it will give you some ideas around the things that we think might not be possible that actually are.
G'day and welcome to the Tech Math channel. What we're going to be having a look at in this video is we're going to be looking at using base method multiplication to multiply numbers in their 20s and 30s. This is sort of part two. We had a video before where we were looking at using base method multiplication for multiplying numbers more around the number 10, but this is looking around 20s and 30s. Base method multiplication, by the way, is where we multiply two numbers, but we use a
I think it is working. I was about to say, Ethel and Mary Lou have been having some challenges with their internet, but I thought that I did as well, but it looks like it is actually working. I just haven't been able to get it on full screen yet for you. Give me a second and I'll see if I can get it all working the way it needs.
Third number called a base, a nice easy number in order to help us. So what we were having a look at in the last video, which I'll put links up for, was where we might multiply some numbers like 17 times 13, and we would use this friendly number of base. In this case it was the number 10 in order to help us. Now if we look at the base, 17 was 7 more than 10 and 13 was 3 more than 10, so we're writing those up there, but this is something you can do mentally as well. And then what we did is we cross added these, so 17 plus 3 or 13 plus 7, so we got the answer of 17 plus 3 was 20, but because it was a tens number.
Oh, give me a second. This should be on full screen. I clicked on the full screen button, and for some reason, the full screen has opened on the small screen, because there should be a number 20 on the screen at this point. Let's see if this can help. That does absolutely nothing. And, well, this is bizarre. I clicked on open the full page, and it hasn't. So just thinking, I need to escape that one, and then now maybe it will work. There we go. We've got the 20 on the screen. Yay.
We made that into 200, and then we multiplied these guys and we added this to our answer. So 7 times 3 was 21, and we end up with the answer of 221. Okay. And then you can do this really, really easily in your head. But now what we're going to be doing is looking at how to do this using a different base, not 10, but now we're going to be looking at base 20 and even base 30 numbers in this particular video. So I'll give you an example. What about I get you to do this one here? Or we'll walk through this one together, I'd say. 25 times 23. Now what we're doing is we're using the base of 20, because 20 is a number which is close to these. And the way we treat this is a little bit different from 10, but not hugely different. First off, we look at this number here and it's 5 above 20, and this one here is 3 above 20. Okay. And then what we do is, to get our answer, is we do the same thing. We do this cross addition, okay? So 25 plus 3 or 23 plus 5, we get the answer of 28. Now I'm only going to write this very little, because often I wouldn't bother even write it down, or I wouldn't even think about it for too long, because we're not dealing with a base 10. This time we're dealing with base 20. So before we were dealing with base 10, you might realise that 20 is 2 times as big as 10. Yeah? So what we have to do here is we make our answer twice as big. Okay? So 28 times 2 is 56. So the first part of our answer is 560. That first number in our head is 560. And then we just multiply these two numbers together like we did before. Okay? So 5 times 3 is 15. And we'd add that to our answer. 560 plus 15 is 575. Okay, do you see that difference?
Okay. So does anybody have any questions on that? First of all, was that clear? Did that make sense to everybody? And I saw that there was a bit of a dancing girl that Sally gave me, which I'm assuming means that everything was A-OK. Perfect. So did everybody see that something that may have been a little bit impossible for you in the first place is actually a lot simpler when you know the method, when you know the strategy behind it? So yes, Jackie, I think you came in just a little bit later. We can send you the link. Anybody that's interested, I can send you, or I can get the girls to send you the link. And I think Sally has gone for her walk and dropped out and is coming back in. So I'm not sure if Sally saw the, well, I think it was only the discussion because I think Sally managed to see everything up until that point. But the point being, and the reason that I want to share this with you is, one, to make sure that you realize that if you are going to want to learn something new, then you want to surround yourself with people who know the answers, who are going to be able to show you the shortcuts and show you the methodologies that you might think are impossible when you're looking to do it on your own. And two, that if it is something that interests you, you will start to find the videos, you'll start to find the methodologies, you'll start to play around with it, test it. And as I was saying yesterday, the day before, I spent my whole day working on a strategy and spreadsheets and numbers and calculations, and I was really enjoying myself. So I forgot to have lunch, and I was just in flow and enjoying myself and doing all of these different things. Now, obviously, not everybody is going to enjoy the mathematics that we just had a look at. Not everybody is going to enjoy the Forex calculations. Not everybody is going to enjoy all of these different things. But if you can find the right people to surround yourself with, and you can find a little bit of that spark, then you start questioning, what are the terminologies that are being used? How does that work? What is going on? Why does this seem to happen at this particular time of the day? Because yesterday we were talking about the graphs that we had to look at, and they all started at 11:30, and a particular kind of thing was happening more frequently at that particular time. So it is really important that we take the time to be able to dive deeper, figure out the terminology, surround ourselves with people that are talking about these things already. So when it comes to wealth creation, if you want to pay less tax, you want to surround yourself with people that are talking about that, who are doing that, who want to understand how it works. If you want to be better at Forex, then you want to be around people who understand Forex, who are talking about Forex, and you'll pick up on all of these different terms and words and different things that you might not know right now that might give you a clue towards creating your own strategy. And I love that Ethel also said that work smarter, not harder. And I know that you are definitely also a very big fan of that. Now, if you want to watch the rest of this video, because it is a really good exercise and actually a very handy thing to be able to do. And it's a great party trick to be able to multiply two numbers by another two-digit number. And something that I tend to find that when I am walking around that I sometimes need to do. And rather than pulling out your calculator, how amazing is it if you can do it without having to pull out the calculator?
Okay, so
I just have to turn him back on again so I can minimize the screen so we can go back to the presentation. Does anybody have any other questions around that or anything similar to that? And we can still answer those, or otherwise we will start to continue. We will continue. Don't have to start to continue. And I knew, Sally, you were going to love this because they are sexy numbers. And I bet that you are sparked up by that video and that you absolutely love the idea of being able to multiply two-digit numbers by two-digit numbers without having to use the calculator. And yes, I would highly recommend you get your daughter to watch that one as well, Jackie, because it is a great technique. And that guy actually has multiple videos on how to do division and other things. And we are digressing slightly, but valuable skills. Forex, not the only valuable skill there is to know about these kinds of things. The more we know about everything, or get to watch the Forex. How about both? I think both is probably good. Okay, so let's continue. I'm glad that everybody's enjoying that topic so much and that it has sparked a lively conversation. Okay, so in order to be able to understand something, in order to be able to go deeper into something, you have to be able to understand it. And it actually reminds me of a story with somebody that I was talking to just before today's presentation. And they were telling me that they were feeling a little bit flat because they had an idea, but that they always feel a little bit diminished because somebody else has had the same idea or tells them that they're copying somebody else. And in essence, if you look at the great painters in the world, they all started out by having a teacher who taught them and they copied. So they'd get a piece of art and they would be asked to copy that piece of art because that's the basic entry level into anything, into everything we do. We have to have somebody that's going to teach us, that's going to show us, and we're going to copy what they do. And then over time, we're going to find our own little methodologies. We're going to discover our own little secrets on how to do it. I tend to find this whenever I'm doing a small little repetitive task. Let's say, for example, I'm peeling potatoes. The first potato, and you probably experienced this yourself, the first potato is a little bit slow because we're figuring out how to do things. We're doing things the longer way around. And then we might do 5 or 6 potatoes in exactly the same way. And all of a sudden, something changes. We're off in the flow of things, and we're not really thinking about the potatoes anymore. And we discover that we've done it a little bit quicker. And we've discovered that there is a method that we did that changes everything and it goes a little bit quicker. So we start doing the next 5, 6 potatoes in this quicker method. And then after a while, we might discover another little shortcut. And we continue on with that shortcut until finally the last couple of potatoes go extremely fast. And so we're always looking to find somebody else and copy what they are doing and then turn it into our own. So there is nothing wrong with doing that at the beginning, as long as we either outsource to that person if we don't want to find our own methodology, but then we start to delve deeper into it. We start looking into how it works and figuring things out, and then we start creating our own methodology around it. And Sally says that she loves the analogy about the painters. And yes, it's actually quite interesting because painters and musicians, a lot of classical composers and Baroque composers used to take their own music and rearrange it slightly or recycle it and put pieces of it back into new pieces if they were running out of time and needed to compose more quickly. They would just take a piece that they'd already used, and instead of having, let's say, the beginning, the middle, and the end, they'd take the middle section, create a new beginning, create a new ending, but put the same middle section. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And being able to create new things relies on being able to learn from others and copying at the beginning. Take my shit, add your own sparkle. I have heard that before. I am thinking that I've heard that from a very, very wise woman. I'll get back to you and see if I can remember who that was. Okay. And I'm sure I'm going to get a comment back on that one. Haha, thanks. Okay, so news, candles, Forex in action. Let me quickly log on to Zoom in my phone, and then I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to do a trade together. And what I'm thinking is we'll do 2, and we're going to leave 1 for overnight and 1 for the short term and see where it's at by the end of the day. Actually, we'll just do 1 and see where it's at by the end of the session, and then see where it's at by the end of, or when the new session starts tomorrow, or we might even do it in the morning and put it into a chat group or something, or put it on the Facebook page. So I've distracted myself by continuing to talk. Let me go to the Zoom. And almost there. There we go. And now bear with me and we'll see which one I need to mute. I think I need to mute the phone and then I leave the computer on. If I have funny sounds, just let me know. Otherwise, I will mute the other way around. I am going to reclaim the host.
Recording in progress.
And so I should have an echo when everything starts. And how are we sounding? Did I hit the wrong button? No, I should be here.
No, I should be here.
Did that work?
Yeah.
So now the computer is muted, and I'm on this one.
I think you need the other one.
The other way around.
Seems to be a bit of lag. Oh. Okay, so if I turn the volume all the way down, that should be a bit better. Okay, can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, Menno.
Okay, perfect. Now, let me share the screen. Okay, so this is what a trading platform looks like. And you can see that the gold, because we talked about XAU USD yesterday, is moving ever so slightly. And there's candles going up and candles going down. We can zoom out a little bit further to see what it's been doing throughout the day. So you can see this dotted line. I can put the crosshairs on that one. So that dotted line just there, that is where the day started, and you can see everything it's done from that point forward. Now, let me check, because I think this is a live account. So you can see here that it's a live account. So if I go to manage accounts, and then I think I have this one here, which is Menno Seminar 1. So if I sign into that one and then go across here, you can see XAUUSD.A, which is the one that relates to being on the mobile. And if I go back to the graph, it will take a few seconds to load, even though it's usually a little bit faster. And sometimes the demo accounts tend to have a little bit of an issue with staying active and doing different things. I can still show you though in the meantime. So if we click on the dollar, then we can see the different currencies. So we've got Australian dollar, US dollar, Euro USD, Great British Pounds US dollar CAD, which is Canadian dollar, USD CHF, which is the Swiss franc, USD Japanese yen, etc., etc. And then some of them start to repeat themselves. And I had hoped that it would already have opened by this stage. So we might need to see if we can find another one that is not live. And if that doesn't work, then we'll just use a live account. And we'll use a very small amount of capital for that one. So we might need to do that. So let's go to this account here. And we'll go to the graph first of all, and then we'll be able to see whether it is a overall challenge with the platform or whether it is just the demo account, because this is a real live account, so this one should work. Well, this is very interesting indeed. Not last seminar, but the one before this, the same thing kind of happened. The platform decided that it did not want to work. And
Yeah,
like
the joys of live, Menno, the joys of live.
Oh, I absolutely love it. This
Hey,
is the second time we've had this.
you're living the live streaming life right now. Hey, this is it. This is our life, right? The live streaming life. You teach people stuff and then stuff breaks.
Absolutely.
Oh, so funny. It's all good. I will totally come back and watch you trade live, but even if I'm not here at the time that you're going live and doing it, I'll watch the replay when it catches up. Like, you know, they're just peaks and troughs sometimes with the internet, and it's really, oh well, somebody's tripped on a cable over there and it's floating over the ocean somewhere before it lands in your phone.
Oh, I was so embarrassed last time around because I asked everybody to upload IC markets, which is the video I showed you yesterday.
Yeah.
And then everybody uploaded it, and it was the first time that we were using IC markets. And
Yeah.
it wasn't working. And then luckily, at the end of the session, somebody figured out that IC markets was down because I thought I was doing something wrong. Something wasn't working. I was totally confused. Yeah. I thought I looked like a bit of a goose. But we do have recordings where it does actually work, and I can actually demonstrate how to trade and what happens and what all the little are for actually placing a trade.
I know, right? So you've just, it's kind just of like technology for you, right? It's like, oh, I'll just go watch a TV show and I'll be back. Go read a book, listen to an but I just can't teach you this thing right now.
Mary Lou has been doing it all day with me, and so I have actually been on here today a couple of times, and it was working perfectly fine.
Yeah. Sometimes with the live stream as well, yeah. And you're sharing and there's more data moving, but also you're live streaming out. You're still going to Facebook and that as well?
Yes. So we're also live on Facebook. So
yeah. So we're
everybody on Facebook watching live. This is the kind of thing that happens sometimes. But we still have some other
live streaming live. I'm claiming that hashtag. I don't know if anyone's using it, but I'm claiming it. I really liked your analogy. Hashtag live streaming life. This is it. Shit breaks, goes wrong. Oh, well, hello, viewers.
Luckily, we've got some recordings of where it's gone absolutely perfectly. And
yeah, drop it in the group. I'm looking forward to it.
For making up for tonight's internet that doesn't want to work along with us.
That's okay. I didn't get my homework finished. I tried to, leave your homework till my home play till the last minute, and half an hour or so before you came in, I've got to go do my home play, and nah, didn't happen. Guess why? Slow stuff going wrong. Maybe. Are you trying to get into the one that you tried to get us to set up last night?
No, I went into 3 of them already, and none of them are working. So I think
none of them are working. Yeah. That sucks.
I'm just going to check to see whether Mary Lou's is working, because the internet in the Philippines hasn't been so good, but I'm wondering whether yours is working or whether it's just everything is down everywhere.
Oh.
Well, I haven't set up my account, and I've got a better live streaming setup. I could set my phone up and maybe you could talk me through it, Menno.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah? All right, let's see if my phone works, because we have hashtag live streaming life. We have great internet. Not always when you're traveling though. All right, so let me go live stream. Oh, can you give me the privileges, please, to plug the thing into the thing? I have all the power.
See, so that means that I'm making you a co-host, yes?
Yeah, co-host should do. Yep. Or in, I think it's called security, you can tick a box that says allow to share screen.
It's only allowing me to pin. Oh, of course, it's only allowing me to pin you because I am the host on my phone, not the other way around. Okay.
Look, there we are. Hi. Well, that's all working. It's the site. Has anybody else tried to get into the site, Mary Lou or Ethel?
Oh, so it's also not working on your end?
No. You're still share screening, but now you're kind of going through your phone, right?
Yes.
I'm going to stop you now, but you were going through your phone, and I could see you. Look, I can see us on the screen right now. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Share iPhone via, I think it's on a cable. Ah, there we go. All right. Please don't look at the numbers of on my reds, okay? Don't judge. 506 in there. Luckily, I turned my email one off so that I don't have to look at it.
I've got 5,000.
I got into I had like 30,000 at one stage, and I'm like, I'm not looking.
Yeah, I just saw mine. I'm 5,000.
I remember when I got under the 10,000s, I was really excited.
Oh my God.
I have to turn the numbers off. I've got to turn them off. I can't look at them. All right, Menno. Yeah.
I go into the email and I put everything into archive, and then I just stretch. If it's important, I'll send it again.
Yeah, you'll find it when you need it. You can go search.
Exactly.
I should do that. Or just turn off the red number. I don't go in there, and I only read the stuff that they flag purple. All right, Menno, tell me where we're going. Pretend it's your phone, but I'm your fingers.
So I'm just thinking, because you've got the account, but you need to download something called MT4.
All right, so that means I've got to go to App Store, yeah?
And then we are looking for MT4 or MT5, but I usually use MT4.
Why 4 over 5?
So 5 has some new functionality that I don't always like, and I'm learning some new things about 5 that I'm going to start using when I put 5 on. But for now, I really like 4.
All right, we'll go there because it's easier to navigate for you, right? All right, double click. Let me in. Ka-ding! All right, that means it must be coming down. Hey, open. All right, we're in. Would you like, no, I don't want notifications. I don't want them. Thank you very much. All right, open a demo account. That's where we're going?
Yes.
Excellent.
And this is slightly different because it's Apple, but that's all good. And then
yeah, I'm not a droid, okay? I'm a MacTard over here. All right,
I'm working with somebody that is not a droid. Sometimes I struggle a little bit.
All righty, you tell me where to go. Left, right, up, down, middle. What am I clicking on?
If we click on the plus, it's slightly
top right.
If we click on the plus, that is just going to ask if we want to add a new symbol, so we can go back from there. So yes, mine looks slightly different. If we go to
what about the graphics? Do the graphics kind of look the same though, that take you to the places?
The ones on the bottom, yes. The one on the top, no, because usually it would have.
So if
we put in new account, no, the one on the very top, MetaTrader 4 iOS demo.
Yep, sweet, done.
I think that there's already one in there, and so we could put the IC account in there. But if you click on that one more time, the current account, I think we actually have an account that it's automatically created that we can trade with.
Yep.
So if you it looks like it's already there.
Yeah. All right. What does it say here? Information.
Okay, should be fine. I don't think we need to change the password. Otherwise, we might lose this one.
All right. So Nothing's happening. Do I click the plus button?
No, we can go back.
Yeah, I'm clicking on where it says MetaTrade, current account, and nothing's happening.
So just on the arrow just above that.
I'll
the
go
arrow.
back. Yeah.
Yes. And then if we go to the bottom where the little candlesticks are.
All right, here, I'm going to teach you a trick, Menno. I don't know if you know, but on your screen, right, on your computer, if you look at the share screen, around, you should see an annotate button on your toolbar. So you've got like the mute, stop video, security participants, and on that black bar, you should, if you can't see it, click more, but you should see an annotate button. Can you see that? I'm just going to show you a good trick when you're share screening and live streaming. Let me see.
I love tricks. So I've got unmute, video, participants, chat, reaction, share. Record whiteboard apps, and on more I've got security, meeting settings, background effects, and disconnect audio.
I've got annotate. All right, so let me show you something. I can draw on the screen. See? Whee! Right. So what I'll do is when you're telling me to go somewhere, I'm going to circle it so those looking on the screen can also see where to go. Okay. This is just part of Zoom. We'll check your account and see if you've got to turn a setting on. But tell me where to go now, Menno.
So at the bottom, you've got quotes, charts, and trade.
Yep.
And we're going to go into charts.
Okay. So we'll go into charts.
Okay. Now you can see exactly what the chart has done up until this point. If you pinch, then it will zoom in and out. So that is in. If we go the other way, it will show us for a longer term.
Yep.
There we go. So you can see what it's been doing for the last couple of days. So what I would like everybody to have a go at, and because this is just a demo account, it doesn't really matter. But based on everything that you have learned so far, or whatever you've learned up until this point, or if you've already traded before, what you've learned from that, I'd like everybody to take a guess as to where it will be by the end of this session. So for the next approximately 15 minutes.
So how many of these lines do we kind of look at to sort of see a pattern?
Okay, perfect. So on the top left, just under where it says App Store, draw a circle around that, it says H1.
Yep.
Means 1 hour. And if you click on that, then you get M1, which means 1 minute, M5, which is 5 minutes, 15, 30, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 month, etc.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
If we wanted to have a look at M15, then it would give you an idea of what it's been doing every 15 minutes for the last.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah.
And then I'd like everybody to have a think about which direction you think it will go. And then I'll show you how to place a trade, not because I want you to learn right now how to guess which direction it will go. I don't know what the news is. I haven't been looking at that, and we haven't really been looking at analyzing anything. But if everybody just wants to put in a guess, and then we'll get Sally to put in an actual trade for us.
Okay. Everyone throw a number in and we'll work out what it is. Up or down, I guess. Is that a vote? Is that what we're voting on? Up or down?
What we're voting for, yes.
I think.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we just type it into the chat.
I think, Sally, you're the only one with good internet, because Ethel was also saying that the internet's not so good.
Yeah. I've got the setup here at home for streaming. All right. Sweet. All right.
Yeah.
So at least you guys can watch. Pardon? So how do I do the trade here? Yeah, bottom here.
So to do the actual trade, you're going to go to quotes, not trade.
Oh, there you go. See, I would have gone
trade.
to quotes.
Trade will show you what is actually being traded, what's already open.
Okay. Yeah.
So once we're in quotes, you can see which ones have already been selected. In this case, the one that we've been looking at isn't actually there. So if you can click on the little plus on the top right, that one there. I'm just going to move some things on my screen because everybody's face is covering what I'm looking at. So we are going to do a search for XAU USD.
If I can hit the right letter, we'll be good. XAU USD.
Yes, and if you click on that one, it should add it to the list.
Yeah. So is that added now?
Let's have a look. 1 second. Your face is
Oh,
on
I've got
top
to
of
click the plus. I've got to click the
Yes.
plus, not on the thing. Okay. So now where do we go?
Go back and back again until we're back on the, this page here. You can see that XAU USD is at the bottom of the list.
Oh, yeah, here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you then click on that one,
Ah, look, it says trade.
slightly different to, then trade. Yes, that's slightly different on Android. So now let me quickly explain what it is that you are seeing. So in the middle at the top, you have 0.01. That is going to denote how much you are putting into the trade. So in this case, it is 1/100th of the amount that is displayed above the sell and the buy. Those two. The difference between the two is the amount of money that the broker makes. So obviously you're going to get it and buy it at the higher price and then sell it at the lower price. So you're waiting for the price difference to catch up. So even if it's heading in the right direction, you still have to wait a while before you start making profit. And so in this case, now we've said that I think the majority was down, yes?
Yeah, I think the majority was down. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to leave it at 0.01, but if you clicked on that, you'd be able to change that number. So you could change it to whatever number you wanted bigger than 0.01. But we are
3.
definitely...
Was that Sally's number? Is 3 okay?
Sally's number? Yes,
Yeah.
so it's a demo account, so it's not real money. So we can do 3, which means that we're just putting more money into the trade.
Uh-huh.
And then we can hit sell.
Oh.
And then we have to see if we accept that price. So when the price is moving very, very quickly, it will ask you if you want to accept or reject it because it's happened. There's been a move that's so fast that it might not be where you wanted it anymore, but we'll accept that.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
then,
look at that movement. It's just jumped up like nuts, right?
Jumped up like crazy. It did. So it's probably good that we were able to buy it. And what I am thinking is that this version is similar to most demo accounts, and you are going to maybe need a letter at the end of that as well. So did you see that when we went to change or add the currency, that there was a second version of XAU USD? It might be that one.
Right. So if we go back into here, X, can you tell me again what that stands for?
So XAU,
Yep.
AU is the symbol for gold.
Okay, gold.
And USD, gold denominated in US dollars.
Mm-hmm. So it's the check one we want. What's the difference between the one with the check on it and the one without the check on it?
The one with the check on it is going to be the one that is used for that demo account.
Oh, okay.
Some of them
Is the other one real?
So the other one is going to be a real one, and they are going to have a slightly different price sometimes, or the lag in the actual timing.
Okay.
Because the companies spend a lot of money on the real account because that has to be 100% accurate. But for the demo account, they just use secondary servers and they don't really care that much. It's just for calculation anyhow.
Okay, cool. So we're playing with no money. Sweet, but it's real.
Yes.
Yeah, sweet.
I'm not sure how much this account has. We can check later, but we can hit sell since we said that it was going to be going down, and it has already started going down again since last time. There we go. So now you can see on this page that we started with a $100,000 account. You can see that we are still slightly negative. The equities are 99,999.82, and that difference is the profit that the brokerage makes. And then we've got a margin level, a free margin, and a margin level percentage. They have to stay within certain parameters, but that's probably a little bit beyond the scope of what we're looking at right now. And then you can see that we've bought XAU USD, and we have 0.03 lots, and we bought at 1948.91, and it is currently 1948.99, and that's going to keep changing. And currently we are minus 21 cents, minus 18 cents, 21 cents, and it will keep going up and down based on the actual price. Does anybody have any questions around that? That was just a very quick demonstration of how you're able to make a purchase and some of the basics around looking at the graph as well as navigating the actual platform.
Yeah, cool. Looks good.
I can
So
see
really, we're watching this number. Do we want it to go to green?
Yes, so we will want that to go to green. There we go, to blue in this case.
Blue.
24 cents.
Okay,
So if we
so
were
does that
right now, if you'd like the psychological fun of actually being able to sell that one.
is this so if we were to say pull it out, which is the money that we get? So this is the money here.
Correct.
Right.
Hold the screen and click on that XAU USD and hold it. Then it should come up and ask you if you'd like to close.
Uh-huh.
And then when you click close, as long as it's still in profit, it will give you the price based on where it's at that point in time. It's just jumped up. So I think we're back in.
Do we wait until it goes to profit again?
So it could go all the way up, but we can wait until it goes back into profit, and we can wait for the next 2 minutes to see what we 8 minutes.
I don't want to lose. I'm going to wait. It's going to go up. I know it is. I have faith. I'm going to watch it. I should have been quicker.
I would not be getting you to trade with, but for the demo account, for this demonstration, that's fine. But in the future, so we're not going to get you to do that. We're going to get you to do some actual research and have a look at it properly.
I'm still playing though. I'm not. Oh no, I'm down 2. Come on, baby. You can go back up. You can do it. Oh no, it's at the 3s. I should have pulled out at 10 cents. Oh, she's going to go back up. I have faith. You can keep teaching and we'll find out where she ends when you finish.
Yes.
All right. Thanks.
That was fun. Hosting duties, and I'm just going to close this Zoom on my phone, and then I will go back to the one on the computer because that will be easier to navigate. So let me leave the meeting. And then I will assign myself back as the host. And then I should still be unmuted on this computer. And now I don't hear my own echo, which is really nice. And we are back.
I can see how this can be fun.
I'm waiting here to go down so I can buy.
Oh my God. I can see how this could be so much fun. You're sitting there watching the news and you're like, oh, I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to do the thing. And then you end and you're like, oh, I just made $100 in half an hour just watching the TV, doing the thing.
So speaking of that, I'll never forget there was one day where I was using the news and I had an Australian USD open. And Australia had just raised the interest rates, and I looked at the forecast and made, I think, about $200 off of the pre-market just before the actual announcement. And that was based on everybody was already starting to put their positions in based on what they thought would happen. And then as soon as the interest rate announcements came up, it went in the direction that I thought it would go in. I put my trade in. And I think it reached about $800 within 30 seconds.
Pull it! Dinner!
Can I ask a question, Menno? So is there any way to say, instead of like watching, can you put in a price where you say, okay, once you've reached this price point, then close?
Yes, absolutely. So there is what's called a take profit and a stop loss, and you can put both of those in. So whichever it hits first, it will execute. So if you put a stop loss, then it will stop at a certain point when you say that is more than the money that I want to lose.
Wake up and you haven't lost 10K.
Exactly.
You only lost 1K. And then you can set the take profit to say, okay, if it gets to 2,000, I'm happy. And I don't care if it would have made more. I just want to wake up and see 2,000 on my account or minus 1,000.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
This is going to be fun, Menno.
I didn't want to put too much into the first demonstration, but I appreciate the questions. And yes, we could potentially add those in later, but I have never had an audience where I wanted to go too deep into it at that point in time.
I'm excited about that.
No one's going to get everything you teach, Menno. So we just talk about it, but they'll never have your experience, right? Nah, you could teach everything you know tonight, and we would probably walk away with a fraction of the knowledge that you have. So never be scared. It's all good. It's good to have people when you're on your live asking questions. For those out there watching, is it more enjoyable to watch while you're watching something like me on my phone and asking Menno questions as we go? Because I was just thinking, I'm wondering if you guys enjoy, and I can tell you we're down $5 now. It's okay. I told you it's coming back up. Just an update. Thanks, Menno.
I'm just going to
stop focusing on it's coming back up.
I'm going to do a few trades and see what happens.
I like silver.
Sell, so it needs to go down. It needs to go down. Stop saying it needs to go up. It needs to go down.
Yeah, it needs to go down first so I can go and buy it more. And then I can.
To make money, it needs to go down.
Yes.
Then I buy it, right? Then I press I'm just waiting to press the buy button.
So no, so it's different to stocks. So in stocks, you want to buy and then you want it to go up. In foreign exchange, you can buy and sell. So in this case, we hit sell, which means that when the price goes down, we're making money. When the price goes up, we're actually losing money, and vice versa, buying.
Okay.
Because you can make money both ways.
Okay, but sorry, I missed the first part. So if I go into quotes, right?
Yes.
And I go to say XAUSD check, because that's the one we're trading with, right? So in order for me to just jump in now, don't I need to buy first in order to sell, make profit, or do I just?
No, so you can choose to buy or sell. So if you're expecting the price to go down,
choose.
then you
Okay,
choose
because I've got 100 there. Like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
And if you're expecting the price to go up, then you make money if you buy.
Yeah, I getcha.
So it's a two-directional market as opposed to the stock market where it's a one-directional market.
Yeah. So you can go both ways. Okay.
You can go both ways. So on the stock market, you can also make money on the way down, but you have to fulfill certain criteria. You have to have a certain amount of money on the account. You have to do all these different things and jump through different hoops. But when it comes to foreign exchange, you can make money immediately on the way down or immediately on the way up. You just have to hit the right button, and then you can make money when you when it goes up, when you hit buy, and you make money when it goes down if you hit sell.
Okay.
So you've got to start, when you start, you've got to start with a buy to get in.
No. So buy and sell doesn't mean you're buying or selling.
Yeah.
The selling is called closing, and then sell means you're expecting the market to go down, and so then you make money as it goes down. And buy means that it's a position that you're going to make money if it goes up. It's very confusing because the terminology doesn't actually mean what it says.
What it is.
What you would think normally what it is,
Because you would think if you're selling, right, then you're waiting for it to kind of go up. So
in essence, it's a little bit like you are already selling it, and then as the market goes down, that's where you're making your profit because you're buying it back at a lower price. So you're making
Yep, that makes sense.
If you're buying, then you're buying at the initial price, and you're selling when it goes higher.
Yeah.
But in both instances, you're buying and selling, but one you're selling first, and the other one you're buying first.
I think it's really interesting the conversations that would arise from sitting around talking with people that do this, because you'd be talking about, well, just stuff that's happening, right? And what you're going to trade with what, and understanding more about the world and being more aware of what's happening around you in regards to finances, but lots of other factors too, right? Because it's all exchange, and some, like at the moment, it's a killer in Australia to buy anything in the US dollars. It drives me nuts. It's driving me crazy. Remember when it was at parity and we bet the US dollar for a while? So yeah, anyway, I find it very interesting, and it's all sexy numbers. Thank you, Menno.
Absolutely. No, you're welcome. And then you can also start getting into hedging. So if you know you're going to be buying something in US dollars, you can aim to make some money on the foreign exchange market to make up the difference between the price that you're going to be paying if the market goes in the wrong direction for you, for example. There are all sorts of really, really fun things. There are airlines, for example, that will buy oil futures in order to be able to hedge the price of oil, so that if the price of oil goes up, they already have reserves of oil bought at a lower price.
Yeah.
All sorts of really fun things that you can then start doing. But now we're talking really, really advanced.
That's, yeah.
Or into business, for example, if you're on an international market, if you're importer, exporter, doing different things, if you're buying forces overseas.
Yeah. Cool. I think I get it. So the hedging is trying to make up the difference if you're going between what it cost you and the people in the middle, as well as having things in reserve.
Correct.
Yeah. Very interesting. I'll forget all of that tomorrow, but I'll remember a couple of things from tonight. Not everything, right? But I'll remember some of it, not everything. But cool, Menno, it's very interesting. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And Mary Lou's actually shared something as well. And no, we didn't end up closing. So we still have the position open. Where are we up to? Because Mary Lou wanted to do something else, but we can't show you
I'm still waiting.
close the account.
All right, well, we're going to lose the money. Okay, wherever we're at, we're going to lose or win. Where's the share screen? Here it comes. Here she comes, baby. All right, let's go. So I go in there.
So let's have a look, because your page is slightly different. So go to trade.
Yeah.
Not trade.
Go to trade.
So this one here, we can see that we're minus 17.
You haven't closed it yet, have you? Yeah.
No, I'm down $7 now. I should have taken it out when I've lost 10 cents.
Oh, I'm minus 0.49. I'm leaving it for now.
Yeah, see, to me, that's $7. I'm like going to wait. But anyway, we'll do the close. I'm going to, is that it? Now do I have to click this one in the middle?
Then you click on the orange button, close with loss.
Please wait. Do you accept?
Moved a lot, so it might have hopefully dropped down. So if we accept that, then we'll see where we come up with. And then if you go to history, and we can see that we were still around $7. So you can see the actual position that was closed. If you click on it, it should expand a little bit further even, and it will give you a little bit more information. So it will tell you if you had a stop loss or a take profit. It will tell you the lot size once again, the buy price and the sell price, the position where you opened it and closed it. It will give you the date and the amount that you made or lost. And then it will tell you whether you've withdrawn or not, and how much the balance is, whether there's been any deposits in the meantime, etc., etc. So that's where you can then see everything that's been happening. And as I said, if you are aiming to always make money, you're not necessarily going to make money, because everybody's always going to have some trades, and certain strategies are actually created to have a number of losing strategies and a larger, bigger profit in order to be able to cover those. And some people will set their take profit and stop loss in a way that the stop loss is always going to be a little bit smaller, the take profit is a little bit bigger. So if you've got 10 trades, then you're aiming to have maybe 6 to 8 of those that are going to hit the take profit, and the rest will hit the stop loss. But because the stop loss is smaller, then you're going to still end up ahead. And that became a whole deeper conversation than I've ever had when we're doing this section.
That's because you've got smart women in the room here with you, Menno.
I know. That's what I was just about to say before I can say it.
It's great. I love it. Good conversation, learning shit. Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right.
So I'm just going to go to this screen, and we'll just quickly, because I know that we are 7 minutes over time, and I promised my partner that I'm going to go and pick her up tonight, and she finishes a little bit earlier, but that's okay. But we will still go through the rest of the...
Okay, everybody.
And that was another demonstration and another demo account in case anybody hadn't managed to do the homework. I think we might have to do the turtle traders, which is going to be another story for tomorrow. So if you're happy for me to add that in for tomorrow, I will add that one in. And then I was going to talk about a challenge. See if you can make me a 4% return. And tomorrow we'll be talking about why that is an interesting question. Because, and I think the next page, oh, wow. And then we're also going to talk about how to create your own system as well. So that's part of the homework, to have a think about what you might do in order to be able to create a 4%. And tomorrow we'll be talking about using other people's money and how that relates to that. And then when it comes to creating your own system, I was going to tell you a little bit about Molly's Game, which is one of my favorite movies. And in it, she is Molly, and she learns how to understand poker. And from that, she hears people at the table talking about different wealth creation strategies and art and all of these different amazing things. And that it's really important to delve deeper into it. And that's going to allow you then to be able to understand the terminology and the different strategies and come up with your own strategies. And this is obviously a difficult path, and then there is an easier way. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about that. So we haven't talked about Forex, how not to lose money in Forex. Today we have to talk about creating profitable algorithms by looking deeply into how much we enjoy it, by asking questions, by doing what we just did, which Sally's been able to save us with because we had trouble with the internet. But Sally was able to go in, and then we started asking questions, and everybody was very interested and wanted to understand which button was what and which terminology worked for which thing that we were doing, where the buy meant that it was the only way to actually open the trade and sell was the way to close it. But in this case, the buy and the sell was just the place where you start, and depending on which direction you're going, you choose one of those. And then tomorrow we are going to be talking about advanced Forex tools for smarter trading. And then on day 5, trading success stories and also some very fun activities based around what we were doing today. And that was going to be the rest of the presentation. And tomorrow I'll add in the turtle traders, which is a very, very good story about how to get the best results. And it actually ties in with what we're going to be talking about tomorrow: advanced Forex tools for smarter trading, how to use other people's money and do things in a much, much better way than sitting in front of a computer screen, having to do lots of research and possibly still blowing your account. So thank you so much again for joining today. And if you would like to book a call, then you can send an email to this email address, and then there will be slots available after the 5-day challenge, because we might end up answering some of those questions in the next couple of days otherwise anyhow. And then you can sit down with me in order to be able to have a strategy session. And if you have any questions based on today that you think I will be answering over the next couple of days, then you can also send those through. And it's been an absolute pleasure having you here today. And I loved all of the extra questions and depth that we went into. And hopefully Jackie is in profit by this stage. And I apologize that we weren't able to get you in.
You're in profit, baby. Woo, woo. See, I closed it down for Menno. I should have left it open. Blaming you, Menno, for my nearly $7 loss.
We'll see if we can make it back before the end of the 5-day challenge for you, Sally. So we'll see what we can
All
do.
right. All right. I'm going to go and play with it tonight.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Turn it on and off, right? And then just reinvest that money back in and then whoop, off we go.
Yeah, 0.04.
I know that you ladies are very keen to do this. Just beware that it is a demo account and that it can quickly turn. And if you put too large of a lot size, etc., that you can get yourself into trouble. So do have fun with the demo account, and that's completely fine. You'll start to see what works, what doesn't work. If you start playing with the lot size, you'll start seeing that at some point you might hit a limit and it will prevent you from continuing. On the demo, it doesn't do it as quickly, but on a real live account, that can happen very, very quickly. And then you're not.
So when good things happen, you get together with your mates and you all sit here and you like go, okay, we think it's going to do the thing. And then we wait and some of us will win, some of us will lose. But hopefully you'll be more well informed when you do it, and you're all like just hoping for it to go the right way.
We're not guessing.
Not guessing, right? We're making informed decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's interesting to watch, though.
Absolutely. I think that I have turned the two of you into Forex monsters, just like I have Mary Lou, and I take no responsibility for that.
Yes. Wow. Anybody who wants to play with Menno should totally book a call because his brain is full of good stuff. Just saying. Thanks, Menno.
Thank you. Looking forward to tomorrow. I can't wait.
For all the fun, and thank you so much, Sally, and the team who was also a little bit struggling with the internet. So thank you, Sally, for saving us and allowing us to be able to actually do a live trade because it wasn't happening from anybody else.
Thank my husband. He looks forward to all those things, right? Like I just make sure the stuff works. He does all the hardware-y stuff and make sure everything's fast. So everyone needs a Danny because he'll make your internet go fast.
And we're going to finish off on #livestreamlife.
#livestreamlife. I am totally like, I don't know if it's out there, but it's become the Sparkle World one for sure. Thanks, Menno.
Okay, have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Menno. Thanks, Sally and Jackie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.